Prologue. War came to Olympus. There was no warning, no clues that an unknown enemy was building an army against them, an army whose only goal was to complete destruction. One moment there was peace, the next they were fighting for their very existence. It was bloody, brutal, and totally unexpected, but for one Olympian it was the perfect opportunity to fulfill a dream. Palin ducked behind a marble pillar and watched the best Olympian warriors gather to take on the invaders. Jupiter was leading the attack with his thunder and lightning bolts in hand. His wife, Juno, stood on his left, grave-faced and ready. On his right, Hercules was looking strong and prepared, as were Apollo and his twin sister Diana with her bow. Mars was there, and Vulcan with his armory full of weapons. Standing behind them in his winged sandals and helmet was Mercury, the messenger of Olympus, all preparing to fight. Palin's gaze trailed over to Pegasus. The stallion's eyes blazed and wings quivered as his golden hooves pounded the ground in anticipation of the upcoming battle. Farther back gathered more Olympians, and there to defend their home. But Palin had no intention of fighting. He wasn't a warrior. He was a thief with plans of his own, which didn't include getting killed in a battle they couldn't possibly win. War was everyone else's problem. He was too busy concentrated on how to profit from it. With the defenders occupied in the struggle against the Nereids, a thief would be free to enter the palace of Jupiter and take whatever he wanted. But Jupiter's treasures weren't all that interested Palin. What he desired most was a shiny gold bridle worn by Pegasus. Everyone in Olympus knew the bridle was the greatest treasure of all. It alone held the key to possessing the powerful winged stallion. With Pegasus under his control, Palin could go anywhere he wanted and take whatever caught his eye. No one would be able to stand against him. This was the true prize, not the silly jewels or gold coins that could be found in the abandoned palace. As Jupiter called his fighters forward, Palin crept closer to listen to the god's desperate speech. "My children," he said gravely, "we are all in our darkest hour. At no other time in history have we faced such terrible danger. The Nereid fighters have breached our borders. Even now they are making for the flame of Olympus. If they succeed in extinguishing it, all of our powers, all we have ever known, will be lost. We must stop them. That flame is our very existence. We cannot let them succeed. If we do not make our stand against them now, then everything we have known will be destroyed." Palin listened to the murmurs of the crowd and felt tension growing. His eyes were still locked on Pegasus. The stallion shook his head and snorted, causing his golden bridle to give out an enchanting tickle that no other forged gold could ever make. Hearing the bridle's song made Palin's fingers itch to reach out and snatch it from the stallion, but he controlled himself. This wasn't the time to make a move. His dark eyes were drawn back to the desperate leader. We who never die now face our destruction," continued Jupiter. "But it is not only our world we must defend. All the other worlds we must guard will fall if the Nereids defeat us. We fight for them." Jupiter raised his lightning bolts in the air, and their ferocious booms echoed throughout all Olympus. "Will you join me?" he cried. "Will you fight against these invaders and drive them back to where they came from?" Palin's eyes grew wide at the sight of all the Olympians raising their arms to Jupiter. Pegasus reared on his hind legs and opened his wings in salute. Battle cries filled the air. "For Olympus!" howled Jupiter as he turned and led his warriors into battle.